Hello. So today we're going to look at capacity. So it's a follow-on from volume. So remember before the exam we were looking at volume. Volume is the amount of space or little cubes that we can place inside a container. So if you remember those little 1 centimeter cubes I brought into class last time. So volume is about measuring the amount of stuff that can fit inside a container using cubic measurements like centimeters cubed or meters cubed. Capacity is similar but not really. Capacity is the volume of liquid or gas that a container can hold. So if you imagine like talking about a water bottle, you have 60 milliliters, so it's the amount of liquid that a container can fill up. Or you buy a 2-liter bottle of milk. So volume is in cubic centimeters or cubic units, the amount of little cubes you can put into a container. In contrast, capacity is the amount of liquid or gas you can pour inside a container. Now, the units of capacity are milliliters, liters, kiloliters, and megaliters. So small m, capital L for milliliters, L for liters, KL is kiloliters, and big M, big L is megaliters. So in real life, milliliters would be the size of your popper or your small milk which you buy from a tuck shop, which is like 500 milliliters. Liter is more for like a 2-liter bottle of milk. Kiloliters would probably be like your backyard pool, the amount of water in your backyard pool, and megaliters would possibly be when we went to Chandler for a swimming carnival, those Olympic-sized pools, they'll be measuring the amount of water using megaliters. To convert the units between megaliters, liters, and kiloliters and megaliters, we have a caterpillar diagram. Again, start with your smallest measurement, milliliters, then work your way up, liters, kiloliters, capital K, and capital M, capital L for megaliters. Again, with our normal caterpillar diagram, up to the right, down on the left, down on the left. And again, with our caterpillar diagram, D comes before M in the alphabet, so divide on top, multiply on bottom, divide on top, multiply on bottom. Now, when we converted units from millimeters, centimeters, meters, etc., we had 10, 100, 1,000. But the easy thing with capacity is everything is 1,000. Divide by 1,000 times 1,000. Divide by 1,000 times 1,000. 1,000. Everything is 1,000. There's 1,000 milliliters in a liter. There's 1,000 kiloliters in a liter. There's 1,000 megaliters in a kiloliter. Now, what's the connection, or how do we convert between volume and capacity? The magic formula is 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter. And we also have that 1 meter cubed is 1,000 liters. Or if you prefer to write, 1 meter cubed is 1 kiloliter, since 1,000 liter is 1 kiloliter. But we commonly use liters instead. Example 1, doing some unit conversions. So we want to go from milliliters to liters. So as per usual, write down the question of 500 milliliters is equal to 500. Now go back to your caterpillar diagram. From milliliters to liters, we need to go on the top arrow, which is divide by 1,000. So that's 500 divided by 1,000. You're in term 2 now, so you are allowed to use a calculator. Or if we do 3 decimal hops, that's 0.5 liters. Similarly, if we do B, we want 3 megaliters to liters. So 3 ml, 3. If you go to the caterpillar diagram, we want megaliters. We need to go to kiloliters and then go to liters. So we need to times 1,000 twice. So times 1,000 times 1,000. So that gives us 3 million liters. So 3 megaliters is 3 million liters. Example 2, determine the capacity in liters. So we need to backtrack to volume first. So we need to first find the volume of this rectangular prism, this box. Then we need to do our unit conversions. So start off with your default formula. Volume of a box is length by width by height. In our picture, our width is 10, our length of the box is 20, our height, because of the double line there means it must be 10 centimeter as well. So it's 20 in the length by 10 by 10, which, if you want to use a brain or a calculator, because it's term 2 now, it is a calculator allowed test, 2,000 centimeters cubed, because the units here are in centimeters. And remember, volume are cubic units. Now we want liters, not cubic centimeters. So first convert it into milliliters, because we know 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter. So that's equal to 2,000 milliliters. Now explain why, comma, since 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter. Now we don't want milliliters, we want liters, so that's equal to 2,000 divided by 1,000, which is giving us 2 liters. So make sure when you're solving these problems, you give me a little explanation of why 1 centimeter cubed is, well, why 2,000 centimeter cubed immediately becomes, next line, 2,000 milliliters, because 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliters, and then converting it to 2 liters. So that's a nice, simple, familiar question. Now across the page in example 3, we've got a nice word problem. So make sure you read. Again, if you're learning from the exam, it might help to highlight or underline the key information. So we've got here, a dose of 12 milliliters of medicine is to be taken twice daily from a 0.36 liter bottle. How many days will it take to finish the medicine? So highlighting, if it helps you, we've got medicine, which is 12 milliliters twice daily. And in total, we have a 0.36 liter bottle. We are trying to work out how many days that the bottle will last us. So don't forget, English word equals. If every dose is 12 milliliters and we need to take 2 doses per day, then total medicine taken daily must be twice 12 milliliters, because every time you take medicine it's 12 milliliters and you have to do it twice a day. So it's 2 lots of that, which gives 24 milliliters. Now the problem here is our units are not the same. Our bottle is in liters, our medicine daily is in milliliters. So we need to do a little unit conversion. It'll be easier to convert the liters into milliliters. So English word equals total medicine in bottle is 0.36 liters, which if we convert to milliliters, we need to multiply by 1,000, gives us 360 milliliters. So like the James's party question on the exam, to work out how many days, we need to divide the total volume or total amount of medicine in a bottle by the total amount of medicine we need to take daily. So explaining your working, number of days, English word equals number of days is equal to 360 divided by 24, because there's a total of 360 milliliters in a bottle, and every day we need 24 milliliters of medicine. Now, because we're in term 2, well, I mean, if this was a question in term 1, then we would have to do a little side calc and actually use long or short division to work out what 360 divided by 24 is. But you know what? We're in term 2 now, so we can use a calculator. We don't need a side calc. Just open a calculator app or use a scientific calculator. And we need to work out 360 divided by 24 equals 15. So we can go back to our notes and we can just write this equals 15 and finish off with a sentence conclusion. Therefore, it will take 15 days to finish the bottle of medicine. Full stop. So it's a nice word problem. Make sure you do use English words to explain what your numbers mean. Don't just write 2 times 12 equals 24. Well, what does that represent? That represents the total medicine taken every day. Don't just write 360 divided by 24 equals 15. What does it mean? It means the number of days that the medicine will last you. And now that we're in term 2, we can use a calculator to help us out with the big number divisions or big number multiplying. We don't necessarily need to write a side calc. If you want to do a side calc, you can, but you just need to explain what you're doing in words. So English word equals. You need to tell me how you do it by the dividing, and then you just need to tell me what the answer is from a calculator, and then a sentence conclusion. So to-do list is in the bottom corner. Don't forget English word equals and sentence conclusion for your word problems. That's it.